we are all scared of something. Whether it's inexplicable bumps in the night, the thought of going cave diving and coming across a corpse, hey, it's a thing. Or, as is the case for me, demonic possession. Sure, ghosts are a pretty scary possibility, and I'm 90% sure I saw an orb after my grandfather died, but the idea of my body being used as a conduit for evil is enough to make me scream. No, really. Whenever I see a movie that vaguely alludes to exorcism, I will most likely annoy the other cinemagoers by screaming. And don't get me started on Netflix. I watched a documentary about exorcisms last summer and bitterly regretted my decision when I had to stay in my flat alone. I mean, I didn't know my building's history and my friends had suggested that it looked like a former hospital. But putting fiction to the side for a moment, what makes exorcisms so scary is that claims of possession are very much a real thing. In fact, many of Hollywood's biggest horror blockbusters like The Conjuring have used real-life possession claims as inspiration, and exorcisms are still conducted around the world but largely shrouded in secrecy. What's more is that every so often a case of apparent possession will make its way into the media, which brings us to 16-year-old Abigail Magtalas, who recently claimed she was possessed by her dead brother. Now, what makes this case so interesting is the fact that Abigail was possessed by someone she knew and not a demon. She claims that it was done for a very good reason. Her brother, 19-year-old Marvin, died earlier this year in Nueva Ecija, the Philippines. Abigail believes that Marvin possessed her so that he could provide his family with more information about his death and reveal that it was murder. According to the possessed 16-year-old, her brother had been tortured in the hours leading up to his death. They tortured me, they beat me and shot me 7 times. They were gangsters. Listen to me, I was murdered, she says in a video. Police revealed that Marvin was with 2 alleged drug dealers when they got into a gunfight with anti-drugs operatives on March 16. In the video above, Abigail claims that her brother possessed her so that he could tell his family the truth about his untimely death. While apparently possessed, Abigail was crying uncontrollably, and she told her family that her brother had begged his captors for his life, and apologized to their mother for not listening to her, presumably about the company the 19-year-old was keeping. I was begging them to not kill me. I told them to just put me in jail, the 16-year-old says. Needless to say, Marvin's mother was understandably distraught when Abigail said this, and in the video, she can be seen wiping away her daughter's tears before saying, "I'm sorry I did not listen to you. I should have gone home early that day." This is what a modern exorcism looks like. Abigail then claimed that her brother was kidnapped by several men on March 16 and taken to Bypass Talavera in Nueva Ecija to be tortured. She said that he was tortured for a total of 4 hours before being shot dead and having his body dumped in a nearby town. "They shot my legs and told me to run. Then someone pushed me on the bridge," Abigail says, apparently channeling her brother. Abigail's sister-in-law Danica Magtalas revealed, she really loves her brother and can't accept his death. She also wants justice for his brother. She then said of the possession, "We are not lying. This is just the first time that this happened to Abigail." Unlike an incidence of demonic possession, we can only presume that aside from suffering emotional trauma, Abigail was unharmed by the incident. While it's not known if there is any truth to what she said, it will be interesting to see if it is investigated by local police. Abigail's claim to have been possessed is arguably a reflection of a wider trend around the world, which, in the US alone, has seen the number of qualified exorcists increase from 12 to 50, something which priests have put down to pornography addiction, failings within the mental health care system, and a rise in popularity of pagan activities such as using the Ouija board to contact the dead.